TWF Friday Night Smackdown. I am Michael Cole, here with Green Lantern and Aiden English, or Green Light. And today on Friday Night Smackdown, we're going to see two folks that made their beginning here today. We're going to see, well, I believe we're going to hear from the TWF, the World Women's Heavyweight Fighter, Faith, who have had at least one match since she won the TWF Women's Heavyweight, the World Women's Heavyweight winnings by beating Sonya Deville. And we're going to hear from her today. All right. Yeah, we are, the Green Light says. We are going to hear from Faith, the World Women's Heavyweight Fighter, here today on Friday Night Smackdown, the Green Lantern says. Oh yeah, I can tell you one thing, Green Light. We're going to hear from Faith, the World Women's Heavyweight Fighter. Who's she going to fight? We don't know, Aiden English says. We don't know. Fuck! Stand up. Stand. Fuck. No, she can't stand up anymore. Here we go. Stand up. Alright, Faith says. It looks like I gotta hang up standing up now. And that's another hang up that I somehow have now that I have no running lead over. So I gotta stand here. And some of you folks probably think that since I have a hang up standing up, you probably got in your head that you think now that means that I can be smoothly beat now for the World Women's Heavyweight winnings. But I'm here to tell you that's not true. I don't know how this hang up happened, but I'm here to tell you that's not true. That I know that at the end of the day, I am going to be the TWF. I'm going to be the World Women's Heavyweight Fighter. Yes, it is my goal one day to become the TWF Heavyweight Fighter for the third time. But you got to start somewhere. You know, when I first came to the I've been a TWF 3 times, 2 times before this. But I first came to the TWF a long, long time ago. And you know, the way that I look at it is that there have been many women wrestlers over the years. I've been in the TWF 2 times before that. And that was even before they had a women's team. That was before they even had a women heavyweight to tell you the truth. And then, well, my back, I broke in half and I was gone. And that was my first run, 2003 YL, I guess. Then my next run happened, 2012 YL, the 23rd between YL. What happened? My leg came undone. My third run, 2021 YL to now, and I had to use over sticky ooze to keep my leg from coming out of the hole. See, that would have been a handicap that any woman out there, any wrestler, any fighter would took the upside on. But you see, that's not going to happen anymore. You see, now since I got over sticky ooze, keeping keeping my leg in the hole, no one's going to take the upside on me anymore. That's not going to happen. Not at all. So, if any of you out there think that you're going to have, that you're, any one of you out there think that now it's going to be smooth to beat me, well, think again. Because I'm here to tell you, it's not going to be smooth to beat me. Oh, hold on here. Well, it is true, there are a lot of women wrestlers or fighters or whatever you want to call them who would love to take on Faith for the World Women's Heavyweight Winnings in the new offshoot of it. You know, I know there's a lot of folks out there that would love to take the upside on Faith, thinking that her having over sticky ooze in her leg now would make holding her leg together would make her even more likely to beat them. But I'm here to say that's probably not going to happen, Michael Cole says. Yes, Faith has been in the TWF 2 times before this, and she hopes to be in the TWF for years to come. Yeah, well, back then they didn't have no over sticky ooze to put in anyone's head or legs when they came undone, so if they came undone, that's it, the Green Lantern said. If they only had over sticky ooze, a strong one, then we would have not lost a lot of wrestlers over the years, or fighters over the years, Aiden English said. We have not even lost Matthias the Scorpion King, or whatever the English word for it would have been. Oh. So, Faith, you're still thinking that you're all that. Oh, I see you got over sticky ooze, keeping your leg in the hole. Because somehow, some way, the first time you got bought from, I don't know, some other website. Then you got bought from Game Again. Now you got bought from Amazon. Somehow, some way, you got over sticky ooze, keeping that leg in the hole. But how long is that over sticky ooze going to keep your leg in the hole? Look, Sonya Deville, I don't know what shit happened to you, but you've always been a creep, either on NXT, when you were on Smackdown, then when you were on Raw, then you were on Smackdown, then Raw and Smackdown. You don't run and lead anything, Sonya Deville. You have no run or lead over nothing. You know? And you're a creep. That's the truth. If you want me to give you another shot for the TWF, for the World Women's Heavyweight Winnings, Sonya, then by all means, come on. Because Red Sonya, you're not. You're not even that Sonya from Living Fight. Well, this is for the TWF World Heavyweight Winnings. First, she is Sonya Deville, and she is the Women's World Heavyweight. She is the World Women's Heavyweight fighter, Faith. Well, Faith is putting the World Women's Heavyweight Winnings on stake again, and Sonya Deville was the first wrestler or fighter that Faith fought when she got the over sticky ooze to keep her leg from coming out of the hole. And so far as keeping hold, Michael Cole said, a saga's of body slams. And I think that was whatever it was. And a closed stake, and another stake, and down. Well, the red, I'll tell you right now, Green Lantern said, Faith, this is her 3rd time she's been in the TWF, and things didn't quite go very well during her first run and her 2-Ford run, but she's going to make it right now. Oh! And Sonya Deville has been a creep for her whole run in WWE and her whole run in the TWF. Yeah, she was one of those that came from Five and Below, I think, 2 years ago, Aiden English says, and still hasn't gotten any on-look at all. But Sonya Deville should get on-look for being in UFC, for being in WWE, and oh! Is that right, huh? And who says Sonya Deville didn't get on-look for being a wrestler and a fighter? Why she don't get no on-look is because she likes to do shit like that to folks. Sonya Deville, a body slam, Michael Cole said. She gets scathed for being a bully and a hill and a creep. And that's why she don't get no on-look. Well, Green Lantern said to get, Michael Cole says, well, to get on-look, you gotta give on-look, the Green Lantern said, and Sonya Deville does not give any on-look to anyone. Oh! Everyone should just give Sonya Deville on-look. Sonya Deville should not have to give on-look to get on-look. Oh, now she missed with that again. And now Faith coming down. Oh! And Faith down on Sonya Deville. Will Faith win this here? 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner. Here is your winner. And still the world women's heavyweight fighter, Faith. And Faith is still the TWF women's heavyweight fighter here in the TWF. And Faith had to put in a lot of work. You know, and Faith had to put in a lot of work to overcome her, to beat Sonya Deville, but Sonya Deville she did beat, Michael Cole says. Yeah, she did beat her, the Green Lantern said. And if I was Gil Kim, you know, the leader of the TWF women's team leader, I would happen to think that Faith will sooner or later be the TWF women heavyweight fighter one day. Well, how can she become one when she's already the world women heavyweight fighter? Aiden English says. Well, speaking of someone who just came to the TWF yesterday from Aldi's, Bianca Belair. Now we got Gene Okerlund in the ring. Ladies and lords, my guest at this time happens to be a newcomer to the TWF. She came from Ollie's yesterday. Welcome, Bianca Belair. Always gotta twist their hair around and do that skipping step. Alright, Bianca Belair. You just came to the TWF yesterday from Ollie's. And soon you will have your first match for fighting in TWF. But you happen to have seen the match between Faith and Sonya Deville. What your take? Well, it's like this, Gene Okerlund. I came to the TWF yesterday from Ollie's. And yes, it is true that I'm the strongest, that I am the fastest, that I am the wisest. But I am also the one that knows you gotta put in the hard work to get on the hard work. And I never gave up at all. We all know that I was a kingly loudness winner, the women's offshoot. We all know I went from NXT to Raw to Smackdown to Raw again. We all know I was a former WWE Smackdown women's heavyweight fighter and a WWE Raw women's heavyweight fighter. And I have gotten on-look by giving on-look. So, I'm just going to let all the women wrestlers, all the women fighters know that I am either going to be one day the TWF women's heavyweight fighter or the world women's heavyweight fighter. So I just hope that Ember Moon and Faith are yielding. Well, Bianca Belair, we should also know that Bayley has a team of wrestlers who are starting bullshit, I should say, in the TWF. Bayley and Io Shirai and Angelina Love had already started stuff with Ember Moon and Asuka and Alexa Bliss. Like I said, you have to give on look to get on look. And Bayley, Io Shirai, and Angelina Love don't give any on look. Unlike Ember Moon and Asuka and Alexa Bliss, where they give on look to give on look. And if they need someone to help them out fighting Bayley and her team, well, look no further, because I'll help. You know, that I will also be ready to do what I have to do. Well, I know it's not going to be smooth. I might get my booty kicked, but that's never stopped me before. So, I'm going to leave everyone with this word. Don't forget that I'm ready to go, and I will soon be the TWF Women's Heavyweight Fighter and the World Women's Heavyweight Fighter. Alright, that was my talk with Bianca Belair. Back to you, Michael Cole. Oh! And Gene Oakland fell down by mistake, and then made Bayley go. Then made Bianca Belair fall down by mishap. Well, here comes Ember Moon now. Or should we call her Athena now? I'll just call her Ember Moon. I don't care. Bianca Belair. Isn't it great? I truly get to meet you. You know, me and you, I don't think we ever worked together when we were in WWE. I mean, when I was on NXT and I went to Raw and went to Smackdown, back to NXT, I don't think we ever worked together. I don't think so. All I know is I was a former WWE NXT Women's Heavyweight Fighter, and I was a former WWE NXT Women's Team Fighter, and some folks like to say that I was and some folks out there like to think that me and you would have a great match. I understand that we have this hang up going with Bayley and with Bayley and Io Shirai and Angelina Love. And I would think that someone like you would most likely want to team up with us. You know, help us take care of Bayley and her team. Well, Ember, the way it looks like it is, I would have the on-look to team up with you and Asuka and whatever the other name, Alexa Bliss, to take care of Bayley and Io Shirai and Angelina Love. And whoever else they offshoot into their team. Alright. And sooner or later, I'm going to go for the TWF Women's Heavyweight winnings, just to let you know, Ember Moon, giving you the heads up. Well, thank you for giving me the heads up, but at the end of the day, I'll give you the heads up that you're going to lose, Bianca Belair. We'll see about that. Well, Bianca Belair is going to team up is going to help Ember Moon and Asuka and Alexa Bliss out, meaning Bayley and Io Shirai and Angelina Love are going to have to come up with someone else to offshoot into their team. Well, that's all the time we got here for TWF, Friday Night Smackdown. I am Michael Cole for Green Lantern and Aiden English. We hope you like Friday Night Smackdown, and we'll see you tomorrow for Rampage or Runnin'.